Let me ask you this, dear viewer. What is the best way to stop an invasion? Do you surprise attack them? Do you plant landmines? Or do you get their entire unit absolutely hammered, absolutely drunk? Well, that's exactly what a bunch of Czechoslovakian civilians did when the Soviet Union invaded their country in 1968. You see, that year, a man named Dubček was appointed leader of Czechoslovakia, and he began implementing all these popular liberal reforms and all that, you know, making people a lot more free, and the leader of the Soviet Union didn't exactly like that. So, he enlisted the help of the Warsaw Pact to invade Czechoslovakia. Romania and Albania declined to join, and East Germany initially agreed, but a few hours before the invasion was due to start, East Berlin cancelled their contribution. Dubček himself didn't suspect a thing. The people were on his side, and if the people of Czechoslovakia were going to oppose the invasion, then that would surely mean that an invasion would be too costly to be worth it. He was incorrect and the invasion began. Now, a man called Mr. Suvorov, I think that's how you pronounce his name, was a Soviet soldier in the invasion, and published a book in which he gives his accounts of the events. According to him, after a long day's marching, his unit sat down to rest, and a bunch of Czechoslovak civilians who worked in an alcohol factory nearby had a cunning plan to hinder the Soviet invasion. With great hospitality, they opened the door to their alcohol factory, showed the Soviet soldiers where the taps were, and before long the entire unit was drunk. However, Suvorov specified that they were not that bad. They were drunk enough to be drunk, but not too drunk that they get, like, you know, disciplined and put on trial and all that. Apparently there's a fine line. Anyway, later in the invasion, Suvorov's unit got hit with rotten tomatoes and bricks and stuff, and all those other horrible stuff that angry mobs throw at people that they don't like. And of course, in a different unit, not Suvorov's unit, a unit walked into a town, only to discover that the people had removed all the signposts except the ones pointing them back to Russia, and the people who lived there gave them false directions, which forced them to go back and retrace their steps. The invasion succeeded, by the way.